So my special guest today is someone that I have known, probably about, I don't know,
Tell your
30
age.
years, something around there. Um, in New Orleans, 12 years old, 11, 12 years old, trying to find myself, Mia.
Mm-hmm.
And then God just kind of directed me to a neighborhood church.
He'll do it.
That was just the lifeline that I needed right at that point in time.
Wow.
And as I joined and got baptized, converted from Catholicism to Baptist, this lady was there from the very beginning.
Wow.
Took me under her wing, and she just made sure that I was always protected, and not just me. Thousands of us, thousands and thousands and thousands of us.
That's amazing.
And she's been in my life ever since. And, because of Katrina, we kind of lost contact.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I wonder how she's doing. I wonder how she's doing. And before Facebook became Facebook, we didn't have any way to really connect and reconnect with people. But luckily and blessedly, I was able to find her on Facebook, reached out to her, and it's just, that's it. That
And
was
y'all
it.
back
That's all we
together
need.
again.
Back together again. She's always been like a mom. And I love her for it. She's just always made sure I was good. If I needed a ride to church, needed a ride somewhere, she was there. Pam, I still remember you driving that red Mercury Cougar, too.
Hello.
So listen, I want to introduce to some, present to others. That's how they do it in church. I want to introduce to some and present to others. None other than my mom, my friend, my girl, my NOLA girl, Miss Pamela Hubbard. Hey, Pam.
Hey, Miss Pam.
Hello, baby boy. How you doing? Hey,
I'm
Mia.
I'm good. Listen, like I said, we wanted to highlight you because you have not only made a difference in my life, you have made a difference in the lives of so many people. You have been a youth and young adult advocate as far back as I can remember, long before I was even in existence. And you have been touching lives ever since.
Wow.
So I want to make sure that people know who you are, and just so that they understand that where we are, where I am, where Mia is, it took people like you
Absolutely.
to help us to get to this point, to get to this level.
Wow, thank you.
And while you're alive and you're competent enough to understand and you can see it, I'm giving you your roses today, Pam. So please welcome Pamela Hubbard. Welcome, Pamela Hubbard. Pam, thank you so much for joining us. Just go ahead and tell people in your own words a little bit about yourself, what you're doing now, what you've been doing this entire time, and then ways that they can connect with you.
Well, I think my longest tenure at anything has been with scouting.
Yes.
And that started when my baby became a Girl Scout. Well, actually, before then, because I was a Girl Scout when I was little, believe it or not.
Wow.
In elementary school. And once she became a Girl Scout, I've been in the leadership role for 45 years plus.
45 years.
Wow.
Oh,
to
my
the
God.
point where she's now one of my leaders as well.
Right.
So in Houston, Houston is a little bit different from at home.
Yes.
I've had much more opportunity to spread my wings.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gone from being just a troop leader to even being on the board of directors.
Wow.
I've done all the roles in between, the cookie sales, the service unit, our community, managers, all of it. I've done it all. And right now, being at the Church Without Walls under Pastor Ralph Douglas West,
Yes.
I'm able to have 14 Girl Scout troops and 2 Boy Scout packs, which total about 400 kids
Yes.
and maybe about 50, 60 adults working with me.
So, Pam, if you can remember, if you can just think of in total, how many young and youth,
God.
young adult and youth have you mentored, have you taken under
I
your
don't
wing?
know.
We
I
say
don't know.
thousands, but I mean, I want you to give
Between-
the audience just a numeric figure.
Okay, let me try it. Okay, who can add up on their fingers?
Not me, and certainly not me.
Oh,
So
okay.
for the-
Okay.
So for the 20 years that I've been doing Girl Scouting in Houston, I've been averaging about 400 kids a year. Then in New Orleans, for another 24, 25 years, my personal troops were running about 75 to 100 kids because I would have the different levels.
Mm-hmm.
The summer camps that I've started and kept going. God, Drew, that church was packed out. How many kids we had in all those classes?
If you 100, so we
Oh,
rounded off to
Lord.
100.
Yeah.
You do 100 times 20, 30, 40 years. Like, okay, it's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's
the
a lot.
choirs that I've instructed,
The choirs.
Oh,
yeah,
All of
wow.
it.
the drama classes, getting hooked up with people like Master P to send these kids to Disney World
Right.
from New Orleans. The college tour. I forgot about the college ministry.
College.
The college ministry. I'm still doing that here.
All around. And you
Yep.
also administration, business, finance.
Yes,
Like you
Yes,
were
I've
everything.
even worked at the church. I've worked in New Orleans. I worked at Beacon Light Mission. Well, then it was called Beacon Light Missionary
Right,
Church. Now
right.
it's what Beacon Light International.
Mm-hmm.
I was there on the trustee board and as the comptroller for years and years. Then moving to Houston, I started working immediately in ministry here. And it's not just with kids. I even teach adults.
Right.
I have
Right.
an adult ministry, and that has grown because now I have my own, what they call a book club.
Mm-hmm.
And we're over 45 women in that meet every week. So God has given me a green thumb.
I had a chance to
Absolutely.
Zoom with them the other day, Mia.
Mhm.
Hilarious.
Yes,
Hilarious.
That's
With her
amazing.
book club, they are hilarious.
That's amazing, but that's what ministry is. I
Mhm.
think so many people get it misconstrued about what real ministry is.
Yeah.
Inside the four walls, that's us going to fellowship with like-minded believers.
Mhm.
But real ministry is somebody like Miss Pam who goes outside of the four walls to actually minister to these people and to mentor and to help mold them into the young people that they need to be. And I'm sure they will never forget her
Never.
for that.
Never.
Never.
I was bold enough. They kept telling me that this couldn't be done. And Drew, when somebody tells me it can't happen,
And you make it
it's
happen.
going to happen.
Exactly. I know. That's where I
we
get it
have
from.
we have a detention center here in Houston called Krause Detention Center, boys and girls, at-risk kids. And when I found out about it, their stories just broke my heart.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I got permission to go into Krause to start a Girl Scout troop.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And they kept saying, that they're not going to be interested in that. This is not going to happen. It got to where the girls would beat me in the room waiting for us to come.
That's amazing.
Now, in the beginning, of course, we had a few challenges.
Of course.
A few folks thought they was going to buck up against me. But then when they realized that wasn't working, that I was going to kill them with love and hugs and kisses,
Mhm.
then they kind of settled down. But even that, I had an opportunity to go to a boys' facility, a completely different boys' facility, to do a story time. And that was amazing. I mean, boys of all ages. And those kids were so wrapped up in what I was, and I was just making it up as I went.
Of course.
Like I used to do.
Right.
And they were just, some of them were in tears. They wanted my autograph. I'm like, what? I don't
Because
do
they
autographs.
wasn't used to that. They wasn't used to that kind of love. And that's what I love and appreciate about you, Pam, is it didn't matter who we were, how we
It
looked.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It didn't
whoever
matter.
Needs
You
whatever
embraced us
I
all.
have, you got it. You got it.
So if anyone is interested in having their young adult or youth to come up under your tutelage and guidance, how can people reach out to you, Pam?
The easiest way to reach me is through email or my phone.
Go ahead and give everybody that information, and we'll make sure that we post it on our page as well, so they can reach out to you.
Okay, my email address is R as in Randolph, P as in Pamela, Hubbard, HUBBARD, at sbcglobal.net. And my phone number is 713-962-0860.
So again, that's RP Hubbard at sbcglobal.net. And the phone number to call is 713-962-0860. Well, Pam, I know that you are a busy lady and we're not going to keep you. Again, thank you so much for coming
Thank
on
you.
with us and talking to us.
Thank you,
We
Miss
appreciate you for all that you do, all that you are, and we will be in touch with you soon. Happy holidays to you. I love you.
Happy holidays, guys.
Same to
Stay
you,
out of
Miss
the
Pam.
rain.
Oh,
We
definitely.
will, because I'll melt.
Thanks, Pam.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.